Now it's time for How Pro Is That?
Man, Paul, it's crazy to think. So many legends to come through this organization. I mean, Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Andrew McCutchen. It's crazy to think one day when you have kids, you'll be able to tell them you got to play with Andrew McCutchen. But I tell you what, if you play your cards right, one day somebody's going to know your name.
Wow. Thanks, Andrew McCutchen.
Anytime.
How pro is that?
Oh, yes, we welcome in NL Pitcher of the Month, Paul Skenes, and resident actor. Dude, is this something we can kind of like bank on a little bit more happening, a little bit more acting in Paul Skenes' future?
Hey, I try to do it as efficiently as possible. My claim to fame with that video is that it only took one take. So I can take half the credit. Kutch did a great job too, but I take a lot of pride in only doing things in one take.
I love it.
100%. You get this TV neurotic, do the live TV, the taping, and it takes usually about 8 hours to get 42 seconds worth. How long did it take you on that shoot?
However long the video was. It was pretty sweet.
That's good. That's good right there. And you're the second actor today. We had Donnie Wahlberg on earlier, so if he's looking for any extras in their new show, I'm sure he'll reach out. Away from acting into baseball, Player of the Month, dude. You've had all these accolades that you get throughout your career already. Do you take a second to just like appreciate what this honor means?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I think part of it is it's a cool honor to get over the course of 4 or 5 or however many starts in July, but it's funny to get the news a couple days, 3 or 4 days into August, because I feel like we're kind of moved on from July already, but it's definitely an honor.
Yeah, dude, an honor is this, okay? Mark Giroux is a good friend of mine. We played over 1 million rounds of golf. It's about 50-50 on who's won. His chipping's pathetic, so I got to get him he doesn't know. I don't know. Do you golf? Do you golf at all?
Man, I hit golf balls on a golf course. I don't think I golf, though.
All right, you will.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Will in time. You'll start, because I want you to take advantage of all the awesome courses around the country. It's like Smoltz. He was on WTBS for freaking 15, 20 years, and now he can get on to any course in the country. So as you get older, I want you to learn to golf, and it'll be something to just kind of take your edge off. But D-Row, he can't golf inside like 50 yards, but he's an amazing, dude from there on out, and he's an amazing Team USA manager. So he has been dying to get dudes that want to play for Team USA, and it's always been this weird thing because our spring training and who can do it. You immediately were like, yeah, I'm in. So the romance has started. How pumped is that?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I feel like I've done a fair amount of interviews on it, and I feel like every time I say that it's a no-brainer for me, which is just, it's the truth. Like, wearing USA across your chest, there's nothing like it. It's the coolest opportunity you can have, I think, in sports and baseball. So, like I said, it's a no-brainer, and just super excited to, get going next March.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. In a moment that it seems like you were made for, obviously before your professional career in college, everybody knows you from LSU, but before that, you went to Air Force to be a part of the military, and then you transferred to LSU, obviously because you couldn't fit in a fighter jet anymore. Is that what happened, or did you actually have a chance to get up into those things?
So I got in the back seat of an F-16 my freshman year of college, and F-16s they're small, and they got the seat all the way down, and I'm actually hitting my head on the top of it. We're pulling G's, and I'm going back into the seat, and I have to do this weird maneuver to get my head, lean back into the seat, and it was a little sketchy, but pulled 9 G's, went supersonic. It was pretty cool, but dude, I wouldn't want to do that every day.
That is unbelievable, dude. We were in Bristol, Tennessee, and the reason why, dude, we were talking to the dudes that were going to do the flyover for the national anthem, that did the flyover. They were like 5, it was between Altuve and Bregman, between 5'4" and 5'9", even though Breggy tried to say he's 5'10", but he's 5'9", and maybe with spikes, he's 5'10". And they were the littlest dudes, they were young, and so we were asking them, how do you get it perfect after that last note, of the national anthem? And obviously you got a ground dude, and they were explaining they go about 250 to 300 miles an hour and they're about 8 miles away when that last note hits. How about the G's in those things, bro? Because you get going, like, there's dudes that puke.
Oh, yeah. So we were just in Colorado, went and did some sims, flew F-22s through the Grand Canyon on VR simulator, and our team security guy was there and almost threw up in a simulator that's not even moving. He was pretty pale afterwards. It was pretty funny.
Dude, it's so awesome to be able to do that and have fun with the boys on an off day like that and enjoy that. You've had so many cool things, dude. Like, we go through our career and we have these moments, on the field that are special. Off the field and different crazy things happen. One thing that I love, because I'm an avid card collector, I have too many baseball cards in here to mention.
He is.
But you had this MLB debut patch card from Topps that was like the most sought after card. Some little kid ended up finding it. He sells it for $1.11 million. How cool is this? And now it sits at the Dick's Sporting Goods in Pittsburgh. How cool is it when you see something like this?
Oh, it's awesome. And I got to go to the Dick's. I think it's called the House of Sport out there. It's unbelievable store. And they got this cool, exhibit, I guess, for it, and just a really cool way to display the card. Kind of cool to come back and see it back in Pittsburgh. I think it was really classy of Dick's to buy it. Awesome for the kid. Got to meet the kid in LA. It was just kind of a cool thing for me. Obviously for everybody involved too, but for me to kind of see everything, share this piece of my debut with a lot of other people. It's just a cool program that they're doing.
No doubt about it. Another cool program that I was kind of a groupie of, because my old roommate Josh Booty, who Ryan and I, he was with the Marlins, and we would go in there when he quit playing baseball because he couldn't hit the breaking ball. Then he wanted to be a quarterback and played there for a couple years. So we'd always go up there and just getting a chance to watch the organization that you guys have built as a baseball program, because we all know how awesome it is going there as a football game, but the baseball program's been great. And so I was trying to sniff up some stuff. Our nickname is Cuz, Ivan Cabrera, and I said, bro, give me something on Skenes. He had Bregman, tell me what a great dude you were. But they said that he just sent this text. We had to get him a brick at the SEC tournament in order to do his pregame warm-up and routine. So talk to me about your routine and warm-up, because I think what's cool is you got kids that watch our show. This is the one that just me, you, and your family, and maybe Livy's watching, Ryan's mom and dad, it's all that stuff. Tell me about your routine, though, dude, because it's something that obviously is taken on. I've seen a lot of kids, that are trying to do the bottled water scene and all the stuff that you've done. But talk to me about the brick and your routine, when that started.
Yeah, I don't know I can't remember what the brick was for. It had to be for something, throwing plyos or some weird thing like that. But I think, you get confidence through your preparation. You can think of all these one-liners that mental performance coaches have. And I think, like, the thing that I would say to every kid who's playing baseball, every high school or college, whatever age, is that nothing ever just happens. You have to make things happen to perform at a high level at whatever, job, line of work you're in. So I think that's something that all big leaguers understand, I would assume, and I mean every guy that I share a clubhouse with here understands it, so I would assume it's pretty much the same way across the league. But that's the biggest thing, nothing just happens. You have to make it happen.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, and the hard work you put in, and everybody's journey is a little bit different, right? Like your journey being different than somebody else's, how you get there, and nothing stands out to me more than that, the fact that in 12U, you faced Mason Wynn, and in 14U, you faced PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, and now here you are, the pitcher, and they are the hitter. How rewarding is it when you get to strike those guys out now that they got to do that to you when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, PCA, we played together when I was 12. He was we went to Mexico with the USA team, and he was the pitcher of the tournament. I wasn't good enough to be the catcher of the tournament, but the best catcher of the tournament. But I was catching him out there, and it's kind of funny to see the roles reversed. We saw him at the All-Star game, and our parents are out there. My parents hadn't seen his parents since we were 12, So it's just a cool
So
thing to
cool.
be able to share those experiences with those guys. Obviously, they're both in my division. I face them a lot. Tired of facing them. Both really good players. So it's a cool, full circle thing. It's pretty cool.
It really is, dude, because we sit back and we talk about the Max Fried and Lucas Giolito. I think it was who else was on? I think Flaherty might have been on our team.
Flaherty.
Then you go
Jack
back
Flaherty.
and you talk about like Joey Gallo and Bryce Harper. It's curious. It'd be awesome to see like whose team would have beat who back in the day, because all you guys are studs. But with that being said, and you guys are boys, talk to us about the competition though. When you get outside the lines and now it's in the big leagues, is that something that the advantage goes to who? Even though I always think the pitcher has the advantage because you guys got all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean the ball's in our hands. I think the way the game is engineered, it's in our advantage. But man, when you face, I've probably faced Mason 20, 25 times at this point. I've faced PCA 20, 25 times. They've seen everything I have. I've seen everything they have. So it's just about the cat and mouse game, which is it's just different. That's a different thing about Major League Baseball. I think is because you see these guys so frequently. You have to find new ways to get them out. Makes it a lot of fun.
No doubt, dude. Hey, we're all creatures of habit, right? Athletes, that's what we do. We create good habits that lead to success, and we try to solidify those things. It's your start day. It's Paul Skenes' start day. It's a 7 o'clock p.m. start. What's your routine throughout the day before you get to the ballpark?
I want everything, Paulie.
Yeah.
I want it all.
Yeah.
What you eat? Do you brush your teeth left-handed? All of it.
No, I brush my teeth right-handed. I've played around with the left-hand thing just to develop this side of my body, but I don't have that. So I always default back to right-handed.
Nice.
Yeah, I wake up like 9:30 and make myself breakfast. Hang out at home or at the hotel, I guess, if we're on the road, and go to the field, eat there, hang out for a couple. I like to hang out in the locker room just for a couple hours before I get going. Kind of take the edge off a little bit, be around some of the guys, because there are some nerves, I think, before every start. I'll eat again probably around 4. If it's 7 o'clock, I'll eat again around 4:30, 4:45, and then get into my routine. Have some scouting meetings and some stretching and stuff like that somewhere in there, and then get into the body prep after I eat. It's not sexy. It's the same thing every time. It's pretty boring.
That's
I love
all
it,
right,
though,
man.
dude. Hey.
Doesn't have to be. Yeah.
One last question from me, because you were a hitter, and now you're an awesome pitcher. So the vibe's got to be, do you still take some BP to the boys, go in there and launch a few? Like I always hated the pitchers not being able to hit, at least for BP, and have some fun. Or are you done?
No, my hitting skills stopped when the bat switched to wood. So give me a metal bat. I'll have some fun. But wood bats, that's not my thing.
Oh, man. Well, you don't need that bat anymore because that arm's doing wonderful things, dude. You're a great example to the young kids of the game, and I know you're just getting started in your journey in this career. Thank you so much for joining us here, dude, and congratulations again on Pitcher of the Month.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.